everyone, this is Sunday with FBN, and I'm here today with Matt Meisner, who is the head of R&D at FBN, and Nadav Bocher, who is the CEO of Greeneye Technology. And this is going to be a super exciting conversation as we sort of talk about not only the FBN R&D program, but Greeneye and their offerings in the ag space. So I'm super excited about this. Matt, let's start out. Would you give us an overview of sort of the FBN R&D program and testing and sort of what that looks like for companies who are interested?
Definitely. Thanks, Sunday. So the FBN R&D program that we run through on-farm trials is really a way in which we partner with some of the most exciting new technology developers out there to connect those technology developers with real-world farming environments where they can test technologies in the real world, right? So basically, we partner with some of the most exciting and impactful new technologies for growers. Greeneye, as we'll see here, I think is one that definitely falls into that category and is a way that we partner with those companies to connect them with FBN members, get data and real world experience and how those new technologies really have a positive impact to FBN members in real world trials. And both two goals of that, I think one are generating really, really good data on how those technologies help growers based on real world settings, not just research settings. And then the second goal is hopefully exploring commercial opportunities, right? FBN has a large distribution network and grower reach, and we're always looking for new technologies that we can deliver to our members and provide value to our network. And this is a really great way to form the basis and foundation of those commercial relationships.
Awesome. And so sort of moving into some questions for Greeneye and what they're developing right now. For our farmer listeners, can you tell us a little bit about Greeneye Technology?
Sure. Thank you for having me today. So yeah, Greeneye is actually an Israeli-based company. We're an early stage technology company with a very ambitious mission, and that is to dramatically reduce chemical usage in agriculture while increasing productivity and profitability for farmers. So essentially, this mission drives any decision we're making in the company, and that's really what guides us. And the first thing we're doing as a company is really trying to help farmers to be a lot more efficient with the way they spray herbicides to control weeds in their field. So, I mean, weeds been for centuries a great threat to crop production, but the reality is farmers today spray wastefully throughout the entire field to control weeds, although in many situations we see that the weed infestation can be as low as 5, 10, 15%, and we spray 100% time after time, season after season. So that's exactly what we're looking to change as a company, to transition from this very wasteful practice to a very, very precise spraying application to unlock this significant savings that farmers can get out of this technology.
Awesome. And can you describe a little bit about how that selective spraying technology works in the field?
Sure, yeah. So our technology, basically, it's an add-on on existing machines. So it's a combination of hardware and software all together. So basically what we do is we retrofit existing machinery. We are entirely machine agnostic. So we can work with a John Deere and an Aggie and a Case and a Rogator. We can work with all of them. And the idea is to turn farmers' existing machines into smart one by integrating our hardware. So we put cameras on the boom of the machine, and the camera are positioned in such a way they are slightly out of the nozzle. So they see in real time what's happening in the field. And only when they see a weed, they will automatically trigger the nozzle to spray precisely just this very specific weed, right? And that works both on a pre-emergence situation and also in crop post-emergence application. So being able to utilize artificial intelligence to differentiate between the crop and the weed and be very precise when spraying only the weeds. So we put our cameras on the boom, and then we have some other components like processors that helps us to do the entire analytics on the device itself. And then really the unique part is our algorithms, our detection algorithms that are essentially enabling us to see what's happening in the field in real time and make real-time decisions for farmers and to be a lot more efficient with the way they spray chemicals.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. And I guess you sort of touched on that, but what makes this really unique in the ag space right now as it compares to other kinds of technologies or even like new kinds of chemical that they might be using?
Yeah, no. So I think precision spraying really introduces a huge opportunity for farmers, and I think there's several layers for that answer. So the first one is significant savings, right? So if farmers can be precise and spray only the weed, they can massively reduce the usage of herbicides and the cost of herbicides, and that is a huge boost into their profitability. But the second thing, which I would say it's equally as strategic and important, is not just reducing volume, it's also improving efficacy. And I think that's where it really goes aligned with what we are building together with FBN, right? So the idea is, how could we leverage this technology, not just to help farmers save money, but also to help farmers unlock the best chemistry to go after weeds and to get the best treatment and ultimately the highest productivity, right? And precision spraying is a great way of doing it, especially with resistance being such a massive challenge globally. But for sure, for you as farmer, that's something that keeps them at night. So the way I like to think about it is, what Greeneye enables those farmers is to add more tools to their toolbox in effectively dealing with those weeds in the field. And that's why we are so excited about this collaboration with FBN. So, I mean, I would say these are the two main values: is massively reducing the usage, increasing profitability while improving efficacy.
Awesome. And sort of, this is a question Matt can jump in as well, but as you look toward the future of farming, where do you see technology headed for farmers, especially like you mentioned, the states where they're dealing with resistance and all that?
Yeah, so I mean, we spoke a lot in the last few minutes about herbicides and weeds, but from my perspective, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think once you have the ability to turn those industrial heavy machines into smart machines, there is really endless opportunities, right? So it's not just about being precise with the way you spray herbicides, it's other chemicals, other inputs as well, that you can be very precise and save a lot of money there and be much more efficient. Another thing to think about is, we have cameras across the boom, and the cameras, in addition to making real-time decisions for farmers where to spray and where not to spray, we collect an enormous amount of data and information from the entire field, right? So we don't have to fly a drone or a plane. We have everything on board, a very robust data collection tool that helps us to provide so many insights back to farmers. So that can be about weeds in the field, but it can be about development of diseases and crop stress and so many other things that we can get from this information. So I really think that the notion of turning those heavy industrial machines into smart ones, that is a very exciting place precision agriculture is moving towards.
Awesome. That's awesome. So maybe a question for Matt then is, how does Greeneye Innovation tie together with the work that FBN is doing in R&D?
Yeah, so really we're constantly trying to evaluate and ultimately bring to market new technologies that can help our growers be more efficient, more profitable, more successful, have more opportunity, more options. Greeneye is a great example of that, right? And we know that as we have growing regulations around pesticide use, we don't have an unlimited number of new AIs to use. We have resistance concerns growing. We have a lot of challenges facing growers and also profitability, right? We have high input costs, right? This year is an extreme example of that. Commodity prices that can be volatile and are affected by trade policy and weather in other parts of the world and things that are completely outside of the grower's control. Growers are looking for every tool possible to better manage their operation, to increase their efficiency and profitability, right? So we're always thinking about, is it new equipment? Is it a new input? Is it the combination of both? Is it, new business models, new seeds? Like, there's all sorts of different things that can help growers have more optionality and more effective tools to manage their operation in light of all the macro level challenges that are not going away. And I think Greeneye is a great example of technology that creates a lot of value for growers. We're really excited to see the technology in action in real life this year. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, awesome. And so how does the R&D program support Greeneye's technology through testing? What does that actually look like in the field?
Yeah, so certainly let Nadav chime in as well on his perspective. I think some of the key benefits that we see are really getting technology in the hands of real growers and getting real world data on how technologies work in real life farming environments, right? I know the Greeneye team has done a ton of amazing R&D and a lot of great research and a lot of great testing already, but really getting that into the hands of real commercial growers, and also building, FBN's experience level with technology as well are two goals that really drive us to do testing with actual FBN members. And this is a great opportunity there, but certainly welcome Nadav's input there as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, I very much agree. And I would add that, in our view, FBN is kind of a category leader in what it's doing as a company. And I think, precision spraying, it's not just about savings. Saving is a big part of it, but it's also about offering the best possible treatment to farmers using product that weren't affordable without precision spraying, where the only alternative was to spray the entire field. And I think that's where the synergy with FBN is so exciting to us, right? So, I mean, how can we kind of tailor for every farmer this very specific herbicide program that wasn't really affordable before this technology now becomes affordable, that where you can save money and also massively increases efficacy as far as weed control. So I think that's really what we're looking to kind of to research on in this 2022 first phase that we are approaching, and we are very much excited about it.
Awesome. So for folks that are watching this interview, I want them to we'll put links in the description, of course, but where can they learn more about Greeneye Technologies and what you guys have coming out?
Yeah, so to learn more about Greeneye, I mean, I would say that our website is maybe the easiest way of learning more about technology, and any farmer or stakeholder could feel free to reach out to us directly. We are now essentially heading towards our first commercial launch throughout the Midwest. So we're going to have a number of machines that are running in multiple different locations in the Midwest. One of them is with FBN. So that's a very excited milestone for us to take this very long desired concept of precision spraying, something the industry was waiting for such a long time, and to actually put it like Matt said, in farmers' hands. So yeah, you can learn more about the website, and we'll be available. We're going to have multiple field days throughout the season. So really looking forward to this.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And for farmers that want to learn about our R&D program, the URL is super simple. It's just fbn.com/IRL. So thank you so much. And thank you, Matt. And thank you, Nadav, so much for sitting down with me. And of course, links in description as always. So thanks.